You'll shine at the dance.
Here's a new Crystal Barbie doll in a shimmery gown and change-around stole.
Ooh, her jewelry sparkles. Ken says, may I have this dance?
Crystal Ken dolls sold separately.
Ken says you shimmer from head to toe.
New Crystal Barbie doll comes with gown and a necklace for you to wear. Ken sold separately. New from Mattel.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Adam and you're on the Collector Collective. Thanks so much for joining me here again today. So I'm continuing on with this little series I've started where I've been collecting toys from my childhood, most notably Barbie and Ken, who I'm featuring at the moment, as these are the toys that require sort of the most fixing up. And today we've got Crystal Barbie and Ken, who are in fairly poorish condition, but you know, workable. They're workable, it's fine. So I spent the past few weeks, months painstakingly piecing these together. We'll go through that in just a bit. These dolls were originally released in 1983 and I don't believe there's been a reproduction. I believe as of now in 2023 there is going to be a Barbie that is paying homage to Crystal Barbie, or maybe I'm confused. You know, all that aside, you know, iconic 80s Barbie is just amazing. So we're just going to have a quick look at the dolls and I'm going to take you through what I've replaced for them, how I've done that, and what I will be doing to clean them. Yeah, there's not too much to say about these. I mean, they are iconic, they are beautiful. Again, my sister had the Barbie, I had the Ken. They were just a beautiful set when Barbie was, you know, Barbiecore, and probably what most solidified her in the glamour sphere. These dolls will always stand out to me from my childhood history, and we as a family unit massively regret having gotten rid of the awesome toys that we'd had in the 80s and 90s and even some of the 2000s, and which is why I'm going around trying to find some of these just as a bit of a project for myself and for my channel, and also for kind of my family. I have fixed a second-hand Dated Night Barbie for my sister and tried to put together the pieces. The video's up online already, so you can check that out on my channel. I'll be having more of these to come. But without any further ado, let's get into the dolls, what condition they're in, and what bits and pieces I've found. Firstly, we've got Ken here. And Ken is in really good condition. I'm not sure how well it shows up in this light, but his pants are a little bit yellowed. The shirt is fine. There's a slight fraying on his tie, which is part of his shirt. Mattel were really good back in the day of saving costs by making Ken suits one pieces that you just slid on and off him with no sleeves. Kind of gives this look a little bit more of an early 2000s corporate raver kind of vibe. Vest is made out of the same material as, well, a very similar material, a little bit thicker, and to his accompanying Barbie's dress, and he's got this plastic collar as opposed to a material collar. The purple tie on the back, it's held together with two snap pins. Now there is some yellowing from aging. I'm not sure if these are stainless steel, I wouldn't imagine they are, but they have caused a little bit of yellowing. That is in the back, so back of the Christmas tree for you. That's fine. Hopefully going through a washing process for these will fix them up. He's got a chip on his head and his hair's a little bit darker than Day to Night Ken. A little bit more, I'd say it's kind of black, but probably closer to a charcoal color. Not too worried about that, but I do have the equipment to repaint this, and again, this Ken is the Ken I'm most familiar with. This really strong face, large nose, high cheekbones, protruding chin with a chin dimple and one cheek dimple, making him very handsome and just really the Ken I know. His arms are faded by comparison to the colour of his face. That's just due to plastics. I haven't really checked out the scope of his body. He did come with these sneakers on. Luckily, the buyer I bought him from was able to replace those with the proper shoes. I just haven't adorned him with them. He's got little sheer socks on. Really, really good condition, minus that and those couple of niggles. But you can't expect too much from a doll of this age. So that's Ken. Really happy with this Ken doll. Can't wait to get him fixed up and brought completely back to life, and hopefully looking a lot fresher and newer in no time. So now time to take a closer look at Barbie. This is how I got her. Now, as you can see, her dress, well, her stole first off, that's not in really good condition. I'll be looking at selling this second hand. I don't have the sewing skills to be able to rouge it back together, but this whole stole is meant to be piled up on top of itself. It's just broken some stitches. Stitching time saves 9, but you know, there was no stitching time. Her dress is also in equally as ratty condition. It is really good for the age of the doll. You know, that being said, this doll is getting harder and harder to find. Her stitching here as well is busted. Again, I don't have the sewing skills to deal with that, so I'm not gonna. Her face is beautiful though. Like, you know, her screening is still perfect. There isn't much of a color separation between her body and the rubber off her head, but that is a rat's nest. I'm not even going to attempt to get it combed through there until I've properly softened it up by washing and conditioning it, and I'll show you the products that I use as we go through them. And then here we go. Pieces I've got to put them back together. I was really happy to find, and I've been getting these in the mail. First off, this is what the stole should look like. This was the condition my sisters would have been in when we stupidly gave it away, as opposed to keeping it for nostalgia and value. That's in perfect condition. That's absolutely mint. I couldn't be happier with that find. Her dress is also in near mint condition, and I say near mint because there's this one little yellow stain which I'll hopefully be able to get in. She's not having the issue with the cracked seam. And these clothes and this era of 80s Barbie, the dresses, the suits, they were all made from perfect materials for the doll. Obviously Mattel had it down pat, really beautifully made. Like, I don't think that for standard or even elevated playline doll, unless you're going for like Barbie Extra and things like that, you're getting such great hard, long wearing quality dresses and clothes with them. Now here is Ken's suit jacket. This beautiful little purple flower and purple buttons. I believe there was a different color alternative also in print as well. It's perfect, a little bit folded, a little bit stained. Luckily we didn't get the same or too much of the yellowing that we got from the back snap buttons on his suit. Now this is what I'm most happy about. So I've been storing their shoes together. Ken's classic loafers, which would carry through for many of his dolls in many colors, and in many colors, all the same style. Very reminiscent of what men would have worn to more formal occasions and work and so on in the 80s. They're perfect. The seller did say one looked slightly different color, but I can barely notice it. I do see what they mean, but I'm going to give those a wash too. But the Barbie shoes, these tiny little translucent glittery shoes. Now a few of the Barbies had this exact same shoe with this translucent silver glitter in them. I do think it started with Crystal Barbie, who we have here, and then that continued on to other dolls, I believe, just to name a couple. The second Barbie and the Rockers doll with the dance moving action, and the Jewel Secret Barbie, both dolls that I'm currently on the hunt for. Lastly, and to harken back to my Day to Night Barbie video, I had to buy reproductions of her jewelry set. So these are perfect reproductions. There are a few Barbies that had this exact same set with the dropped necklace and drop diamond-esque earrings, plus a ring. Superstar jewelry. I found this on eBay. I highly recommend them, because just replacing these bits and pieces is again nigh on impossible. Now I will be completely honest, they don't have the same clear, crisp, nice lines that you got from the original production doll, but these are a fantastic alternative. Came with a little bit of an instruction as to how to soften the plastic to properly get it on the doll. Once it's on the doll, it ain't coming off. So there you have it. Two iconic 80s Barbie doll, well, Barbie and Ken doll from Barbie line, whom I absolutely love. I'm so happy to have them back in my possession again. I don't care that I didn't buy them brand new in box and got to open them myself. I did piece them together, so it was a labor of love. Now that labor of love is going to continue as I take you through the process of getting these dolls fantastically cleaned. Outfits, bodies, hair, and well, won't see me again until they're done. So first off, I'm just going to have to strip them, so be warned if you're not comfortable with, you know, plastic figure nudity that have absolutely no discernible parts or qualities below their clothes, but that's about to happen. You've been warned. So here we are with Crystal Barbie and Ken. First step is the most rudimentary. Now they've got really sticky rubber bits and their plastic just doesn't feel nice as well. So we wash that with bicarb soda. Baking soda, bicarb soda, it's the same thing. So in this I've mixed up about half a tablespoon of bicarb soda. First off, Ken. So that's that part done. Just a rinse off, and that's Ken clean. Barbie, that rat's nest, as you can see, I've already combed some of it out, but they're going to get rinsed off now. Crystal Barbie's hair, being the rat's nest that it was, combed out some of the tangles, but she needs a really good washing. So first up, synthetic hair shampoo. Alright, and quick tip, the more suds you're getting, the more dirt's being removed from the product. Now with the washing portion done, oh, I forgot it. You wait right there, Crystal Barbie. She's going to get the Clean Bond Damage Rewind by fudge, which is violet toning for blonde hair. What I've discovered is this damage rewind product actually really softens up the hair, as well as improving the overall color as well. Even though it is all synthetic fibers, it does make such a difference. I'm pretty happy with how that's coated, but I am going to leave it for up to about half an hour. So here we are with their small set of plastic accessories, which all need a decent polish up. They're old, they've been connected to the dolls, and you know, that stickiness from the plastic does transfer to these. These translucent shoes, I think, are a rubbery kind of plastic, but same method is what we'll do when we wash the dolls. I've got a baking or bicarb of soda mix and a soft toothbrush here. Also, employing the use of your plug is very important, especially with really small accessories like the shoes themselves for Barbie. And already the brightness is shining through much more, just with a little bit of TLC, and they come up looking great. Ken's moccasins. Still just a good scrub up and so much whiter. Barbie shoes. Oh well, it's probably not picking up on those finey faint bits of glitter, but they're already much shinier. Okay, so just quickly the clothes washing portion. Now I've got obviously both the dresses here and both the stalls. They're going to get a regular wash. Now I'll go through this really quick. Plug a little bit less than half a tablespoon. Cold water, I always use cold water for my doll clothes because you never know, and cold water is the safest. And then we just submerge each piece. Now what's happening here is, because Ken's clothes were all fabric and quite a bit off color, I have given them an oxy soak, again in cold water. I did put them in this and give it a bit of a shake around. That's showing up amazingly, but I do want to make sure that's properly rinsed off. So I'm going to rinse out his clothes and pop them in here too. Now I'm going to leave that for 10 to 20 minutes and come back and occasionally oscillate the water. Okay, so it's been a little more than half an hour. That's settled in. That's not going to do anything further for the hair. The only risk I run is it potentially staining the hair, but that should be right, but it will require a lot of thorough rinsing. I just want to make sure I'm getting all the purple I can find that shouldn't be there scrubbed off, because if you leave it there it will stain the vinyl. Alright, now that's all come through really nicely, but still I can feel that it's going to be quite dry once the water dries out of it. Next step is spraying conditioner. Spray 3 to 5 pumps to clean fibers, keeping product away from hand-tied knots. That feels great. I'm going to leave her to set for at least 24 hours until the hair's completely dry before I put through the detangler, which I'll probably do off screen. Voila, that's the last one done and put in place. Take it down, give that head a dunk in some boiling water, and then leave to set for at least 24 hours. Here we have it. We're about to check out the final product and discuss what worked and a little bit of what didn't, because things didn't go completely according to plan. But we've been through the entire cleaning process and what it takes to kind of restore a much loved, played with and displayed doll that's 40 years old or thereabouts. I really am happy with the results. I'd give them a solid 8 out of 10, and we'll take you through what is going on with them now. We're reintroduced to them much in the original condition they were in at the top of this video, and now you can see how fantastic they have come up, most especially the clothes looking brighter and fresher, removing any kind of yellowing that we'd noticed on their outfits originally. So let's just have a closer look and finish putting them back together, because as you can see, they're not quite complete. So let's kick it off here with Ken. So there we are, there you have it. That was definitely a labor of love, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm so happy to have both of these dolls back together. A lot of them are in their full original pieces. Some are in pieces that were sourced from other dolls, or more specifically, the items are purchased online. I love the repros of the jewelry. I was so happy when I stumbled across the Superstar jewels on eBay. I can't remember the name of the actual seller, I don't think. But anyway, check them out if you are looking. Their items go in and out of stock regularly, but just have a look at how nicely they've turned out all in all. And thanks so much for joining me here again today. I'm enjoying making these videos. I do have some more to come, so remember to hit subscribe if you'd like to keep up with that content. Like and comment down below if you've got any suggestions for dolls that you might want to see me fix up next or in the future. And that's about it. So thanks so much. See you in the next one. Till then, keep collecting. Bye.